Welcome or welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. If this is your first time here, it is such an honor to be here. And if you are coming back here, welcome back, family. I am so excited for this amazing video. Today, we're going to be deep diving into the Capricorn New Moon that is happening on December 30th, 2024. How it will affect you 3 days before, the day of, 3 days after. We're also going to do a card reading, an angel number analysis on the numerology and what it means, how it will impact you before the end of this year, entering into the new year, and much more. I'm so excited for this video and I cannot wait to share with you. And for those of you who are new, let me just share a little introduction. I'm a medicine woman, been working with hundreds of souls, helping them heal all across the world through retreats, through training, helping light workers and space holders train to step into their gifts to help and support their community, and much more. And if you're interested in any of my trainings to be a healer, or also the collective community events and programs, retreats, one-on-ones, all the things, go check it out down below at my website, www.shikachica.com. Okay, let's get into this very cosmic, exciting space. I have some beautiful myrrh going off and some frankincense, and I've been really loving these two together. I've been loving these beautiful herbs together, and I want to share this because we are ending this year, and I want you to go down below and to comment what is one thing that you are grateful for this year. What is one thing that you are grateful for that you surpassed or overcome this year? And what are you excited for the new beginnings to come in 2025? If you can put that down below in the comments to get us started, and then we can go into this beautiful Capricorn New Moon. So I first want to say that this Capricorn New Moon is our second one of the year. Last month we had 2 full moons depending on where you were in the world. And this month we have 2 new moons for those of you out in the West. For others, it's a full moon. So these last 2 months have been balancing a lot of things collectively on a global scale. And it brings us to the energy of Capricorn. Any Capricorns in the house, let me know down below with a Capricorn emoji and where it holds in your chart. Capricorn really rules the sense of ready to get work done, get things done. And it's a perfect sign to have as a new moon at the end of the year. This is a time where we start to reflect on, what did we do this year? What's coming up for us? And I just want to first just really reiterate, it is the human end of the year, but the way I see it is the new year really starts in the spring. That's where we start to see everything harvest and come up. And during this Capricorn New Moon is just a really big check-in for us to step into these harvests that we're calling in. So the first thing you need to know about this Capricorn New Moon is happening on December 30th, 2024, and how it will affect you 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after. This is a space to get clean and clear on what you want to create and manifest into your life. New moons are a great time to do manifestation methods, and I'm going to actually share with you some of my favorite manifestation methods that will really impact you to take advantage of this beautiful new moon, especially for fixed signs. So Aquariuses, Leos, Tauruses, and Scorpio, listen up. This is for you specifically. And let's get into some of the manifestation methods that you can do. So the first one that I love to do is scripting. One of my favorite things I've been doing all this month. And what scripting is you can write down what you want to call in this current present tense. So you, for example, saying, I am so grateful for the abundance in money that comes into my life because, and actually explaining what you are going to do with that money. How are you so grateful for it? Energized, being that energetic match for what you're calling in for that abundance. Maybe you're calling in unionship. Maybe you're calling in love. So starting to explain the characteristics in this present tense of your future partner as they are standing right in front of you in a chair, how they make you feel, how they treat you, how you feel in the relationship. It's important to get as descriptive as possible, and remember to keep it present tense, because with law of attraction, there is no such thing as time. With the Capricorn New Moon, it's all about understanding that it's all about our subconscious. We are reprogramming the subconscious, whether that's affirmations, mantras, scripting. This is a way that we can be an energetic match. And I want to say this specifically because a lot of people on YouTube don't talk about this, an authentic energetic match. What does that mean? It means that no matter how many times I write something down, visualize it, if I don't act in this energy of the thing every single day, and I am the true ceremony of what I'm calling in, then really it is just an ideology. It is just something that I am just like waiting for spirit and the universe to call in. And as I say this, the first channel message is coming in alongside with this. This Capricorn New Moon is really teaching you to be your own luck, to be your own manifester. That yes, we have our guides, we have our angels, we have our guardians that are supporting us, but don't give your power away. It's co-creation, right? Just like in a partnership, it is two people coming together to connect and to really come and create something together. So I want you to write down this journal prompt to help you script that if there was no such thing as time, if your reality is really not a thing right now in this space, what do you want to call in? If you can just remove all the blocks and all the things that you bring in to say, I can't do this because and just allow it to dissolve. What would that look like? And I want you to write that down. The second manifestation method that you can do that is very powerful. Actually, I had a few very beautiful videos on here, and some of you might have actually found me through these videos, is the 369 manifestation method. I have a really deep, potent, full playlist on the 369 manifestation method that you can go check out. And it is very powerful because it allows you to, again, understand the energetic channels of your neurotransmitters, of your brain, and of your light body to be a quantum leap to what you're calling in. What does that mean? It means this Capricorn New Moon can literally shift something from one day to another just by taking advantage of these 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after for December 30th, 2024. The last thing that I love to do for manifestation methods is actually to do a manifestation bath. This is one of my favorite ways to just love on myself. And I always say for us to manifest, we have to be in the frequency of love, not in this frequency of scarcity, desperation, sadness, any of that space. We are connecting with unconditional love, and all of us do have that, no matter where we are in our journey. And sometimes it can be hard. I know for myself in the past, when I've experienced depression or just hard times in my family or my love life or whatever it is, I've always had these times where I'm like, but how can I reach this space of love? How? And this is a space where the Capricorn New Moon can actually teach you that if you ask. And simply just asking with your intention for the moon, teach me how to manifest from the frequency of love. And asking the waters in your bath to do so. So you can bring in some rose petals, you can bring in some clear quartz, some rose quartz to be with you in the bath, and some candles. And you can just really love on yourself as you can boil some of the roses and boil some of maybe even the lavender if you do it at night, and put the intention to help you manifest. And some of my favorite beautiful smudges to work with during these baths is actually frankincense, which we have here, because this is a beautiful resin that can support us with manifestation, prosperity, and clearing any negative lower frequencies that are preventing us from stepping into our power. So let me know down below in the comments, what is your favorite manifestation? Which manifestation method are you excited to do? Which one are you like, yes, Shika, this is the one, this is what's gonna help me? Let me know down below in the comments. The second thing about this Capricorn New Moon that is happening December 30th, 2024, and how it will affect you is that this is a time of hibernation. And for fixed signs, you are in the silent glow up. I've been sharing this probably for the past 4 readings that I've done the past 4 months. You're kind of like silently glowing up. You're silently getting to that space of expansion. And what that looks like, and this is for everyone, not just fixed signs, but fixed signs is really going to be emphasized. We are going into the winter seasons. And what that means is new moon, we can't see the grandmother moon, but we can definitely feel her. And in the darkness of her time to shine in her glory, she shows you that in the shadow parts of us, we are actually receiving a lot of gems to help us with our manifestations. So to ask yourself, where is the universe giving me lemons at this time to make lemonade? And in this time, how can I make that lemonade in hibernation and not really fixating so much on the materialism, not really measuring your success based on what you do or how much you're doing, or of course it's holiday season for some of us, what are the gifts we're giving, and where we need to be, and how we need to get to the gym by the 1st of January, all the things. Trying to stay with this space of slowing down. Because when we can slow down, we can understand what we have to do efficiently, what is efficiently working for us and what is not, right? So this is an opportunity for you to really focus on, okay, what is working and what ain't working? Like, Spirit, show me what's working and what's not. Because a lot of the times we find ourselves burning out or getting to the verge of burnout because we are not allowing our seasons to be with the rhythms of nature, right? If you were always in a summer and always producing and always being successful in your business and your love life and everything, you would get to a space of burnout. And if you are finding yourself during this Capricorn New Moon that you are in that space, this is a reminder that this season is teaching you that you need to hibernate a little bit. Okay, so what does that look like for you? What is a space where you can rest? You know, we see a bear that goes and sleeps over the winter months. So what can you learn from the bear spirit during this time? I feel the bear spirit coming in and just saying, like, sleep and rest, slow down. This is your time to actually see your manifestations be created by scripting, by doing those manifestation methods to get clear and concise with it. So when that time goes and that universe and the ancestors and the angel numbers give you the green light, you have all the energy and more. Even more than you even feel like you have right now, that they're going to surprise you with big things to harvest when harvest season comes. So this is a really big one. The next thing to know about this Capricorn New Moon, I laugh at this one because when I wrote this and channeled this, I was like, yeah, this is definitely for y'all. So you are tired of people's judgments around work and somatic relationships, as well as and I'll explain what I mean by somatic relationships, as well as your own, and finding new practices that feel long overdue. So let's start with the first part of this channel message. You are tired of people's judgments. Capricorn New Moon doesn't have time for judgments. Capricorn New Moon is that boss energy that knows what they want, that is ready. I always say Capricorn sign is like it's like the daddy universe energy. It's like, it's giving you like, okay, daddy, like, what, this is what I need. This is what I need to get. Like, I laugh at this because I had a reading with someone that did a reading for me. And they said Capricorn energy is like the sugar daddy universe. And what that means is that you are literally receiving anything you want if you choose not to attach to the judgments of other people. Remember, people's judgments are only real if you decide to listen to them. A really big message that came up, and for my students that are in Earth Dharma right now, or any of my clients, this is specifically for you. And for those of you who resonate with my videos, this is for you, but this is for everyone, okay? I said this in this video, and I'm gonna say this again. Stop hiding. Please stop hiding. This is something that is an initiation that was a reminder earlier this year for me, where sometimes we think we're showing up for our manifestation, but we're still playing it safe. And I saw this beautiful video. I don't know if you know Myron. What's his name? Oh my gosh, he's on my TikTok. If you know, let me know down in the comments, so because some of y'all are going to ask me which Myron. He's this amazing masculine who is showing about, you know, prosperity and financial freedom. And what I loved about this video that came up out of nowhere, and I took it and reiterated it in a spiritual space as far as Capricorn New Moon, is that we got to decide if we're going to do something fully, right? If you have one foot in and one foot out, you're going to put half of who you are out to the world and half of who you are to yourself. That is not fully being authentically you. And two, it is exhausting. Capricorn New Moon is telling you that the judgments that you say people are seeing, the eyes that you're seeing, I'm laughing because one of my students, the eyes that you are feeling on you are actually the eyes of yourself. Let that sit in for a little bit. The eyes that you're feeling, the judgment that you're feeling is actually of self. If you choose to allow those eyes and those voices to project themselves on you, then you are just, again, not putting 2 feet over the fence and saying, Spirit, I'm ready to manifest. It's like asking Spirit, being like, hey, like, if someone says, do you want ice with that? Well, yeah, if it's not too bad for you, but do you want ice with that? No, it's okay. I don't want to be bothered. Do you want ice with that? No, do you want ice with your drink? No. Like, do you want it or not? I think Spirit's really telling you during this Capricorn New Moon, I don't think I know, that you got to stop that. You got to stop that nonsense because it just ain't helping you. It's not helping no one. And we got to stop that. So this Capricorn New Moon is just teaching you that, especially this time, holiday season, we're with the family members. Family are our biggest medicine because they trigger us on all layers. Our friends, we're seeing people we haven't seen in a while, and we've gone through these big changes. And if you know what I'm talking about with your spiritual awakening, and maybe some people that you haven't seen since you've shifted, and now you don't drink, and now you don't eat the same, and now you don't do this, and now you're a space holder, for example, or now you switched your career, or now you're in transition. If you are going through change right now, and these people are seeing you as your authentic self right now, there's a part of you that fears that. Please let that be released by sharing it down below in the comments, because it is time to 1, stop hiding. That's hurting your soul. 2, stop. When you hide, that means you're not allowing yourself to be your true self, which means you're actually lying to others as much as they are to you of how you want them to show up in the world. Ooh, oh my God, this is like hitting like hot sauce. And the third thing is that judgment only is there to help us sometimes. This is a perspective I've been shared. And what I mean by this Capricorn New Moon is like, how can we have a new relationship with understanding the wounds around those voices, perspectives, these eyes, those whatever it is, right? But Capricorn New Moon isn't here for you to end the year to keep on hiding. And if you are hiding right now, this is an opportunity before you do the first step I shared with you, the manifestation methods. I want you to write down, what are the things that are holding you back, the judgments that are holding you back? Because there's some truth in it. There is some truth in it. And what I mean by truth, there is a part of you that believes it's true. Where did that come from? Where does that story lie? Free yourself by understanding that. And then through this new moon, build compassion and love to those versions of you. So then you can be your true self. Because again, the only way you allow yourself to find your purpose is to accept the truth. Accept it. Be the truth, accept it. Okay? The second thing about this point, so we talked about you tired of judgment and about people's somatic relationships. You know, you ever met someone where you meet them and you feel like they just kind of give you these, like, I don't want to say icks, but that's what comes up, like they kind of, you release such an energetic from them and you get anxiety, your body gets a little bit trembly and you just feel uncomfortable around these people. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we're going to see a lot of family, loved ones, and all the things, right? Friends, co-workers, whoever it is. It could be even ourselves, a relationship self. And you get a somatic release from that. Now, this new moon is telling you what is alive in you and for you to understand that this is definitely rooted to the judgment that we're holding. When we look at judgment, where does that lie? That lies within our belly. Most of the time when I do Kambo, when I do plant medicine ceremonies with people, when I do retreats or healings, one-on-ones, there's always belly stuff. There's always things on the tummy. And this is why one of my biggest missions is to help people heal from the sacral and the tummy. So this Capricorn New Moon is teaching us about our emotional mind, our subconscious mind, and where we can free ourselves from that by creating some beautiful habits, values, and practices of bringing more love and care to those versions of us, okay? I also want to share that as well as your own and finding new practices that long overdue. So if there are practices that are just not for you, you've been trying them, you're not consistent, something's not working. And this is why I said that the Capricorn New Moon's asking us to slow down, to bring in that hibernation bear totem, because this is the time for us to understand what is working in the season that we're in as we slow down. Okay, you're not going to be able to be full on summer if right now you need to rest and recuperate to prepare for what you're about to harvest, which is big. for all of us. The next thing you need to know about this Capricorn New Moon, you understand that you want what you want and you know what you want. And this brings me back to the video I talked about with Myron. I really wish I knew his last name, but y'all probably already said what his name is in the comments. So Myron talks about knowing it, claiming it. What is the difference? Capricorn is no joke business. What it's teaching us with the new moon is it's saying, hey, I know what I want. I know where I want it, and I want it now. I know what I want, and I want it now. I don't know if you know that song, I want you, and I missed it. Not the other part, but that part. What that is telling you is like, you know what you want, and you want it now. Hold up. Be a little patient, okay? We gotta slow down because what you want needs a lot of space, and there's some things that need to just like, with the universe has to work on. They're doing a lot of like energetic surgery you can't see, and they just need you to just chill. Go to the spa in the energetic spiritual world, go and take a bath, do some little bit of like zhuzhing up, and just rest. Take a full day at the spa in the universe. That's what they're telling you. They're giving you a spa pass. And what that means is as you take this time and you lay in the spa bath, know and claim where you are right now. Because when you can claim that, you are now allowing the next door to open. And I just see like a golden door and I heard click. So you're now allowing the next door to open. Now, knowing something is like someone knowing that they went through a trauma, or knowing that they have scarcity, or knowing that they have lack of abundance, or knowing that they want to change their job, but not claiming and taking the action. And action doesn't mean physical. Action can be like, I'm claiming that I'm choosing to be the first person in my lineage to do this. I'm claiming to stop this. There's a difference. You're now choosing now that you made a promise to yourself and your spirit that you're doing it. So knowing is you know what you manifested, you know what you scripted, you know that 369 method and what you did. And it's beautiful, and you wrote a whole novel over and over again of what you want. And claiming it is actually saying, okay, no, I'm making this part of my contract. I see the contract and it's mine, right? So again, every time you hear this and part of you goes back to, well, you know, but I know what I want, but I know about, like, I want you. You know what you want, Mr. Big, and that is the Capricorn New Moon, the universe, right? So I know what I want. I know what I'm meant to do. But I am embodying, I need to embody it, I need to live it. So if you're not embodying something, this new moon is gonna kind of give you a little, to teach you to embody these things and to allow you to be in that big energy. Capricorn New Moon is big energy. It's like the last raha. It's the last round and lap around the track. And you're tired, you've done a few laps and you wanna give up, but guess what? Your spirit's like, no, we don't have that as a choice. And you may not run that last lap as fast as you did the first, and that's okay, but you're still showing up as much as you can to finish the lag, to finish the race. And again, it's not about how fast you're getting there. It's not about how slow you are. It's not about the first gold medal. It's not about the bronze medal. It's about you just showing up. That's how easy it is. When you claim, you are deciding to show up every time. And when you show up every time, you're then allowing yourself to step in to receive what you need to receive. Okay, you're gonna blow your mind when I tell you about the numerology meaning. Okay, the next part too is I am claiming what I am and what is meant to show up and honoring myself. Whatever isn't honoring yourself at this time, allow yourself to create new practices, your new energy. A lot of you are gonna feel very different. Like it's gonna hit you what this year has brought to you this year. If you haven't checked out my video on the personal number, go check it out and figure out what your personal number is this year and what you're going into. Because I believe that all things are energy and all things are numerology and frequencies and coding. And our template and when we came here is a coding, right? So you will get to know what next year holds for you. So if you're a year 7 or if you're a year 8, what that means, right? I know a lot of you were asking me, Shika, what if I'm a year 21? You didn't add all the numbers. The way that I've created them and the way I've been taught is from 1 to 10. Okay, so whatever those numbers from 1 to 9, sorry. So you start with the first and then you go into the 9 number. This will all make sense if you go check out the video. Just go do that after this video. The next thing you need to know about this Capricorn New Moon. You are sensitive to abandonment. I will share this, that even though it's holiday season in the 3D world, it is a very triggering time for a lot. Some people have lost people around this time. Some of you may be feeling the somber of this last year, this last hurrah, the end of the year. It's not the end. We're here for eternity, but it feels that way, and I want to acknowledge that. You may also feel this sense of reflection. You may feel this sense of like inner knowing that goes deeper beyond what you've known. And there's some edges of emotional things that may come up. So for some of you that have the abandonment energy that comes up, or wound or fragment that may be coming up, whether that's from mom, from dad, from partners, this is a time to be aware of it. And it's also a time to not allow your emotions to overreact and to act on those old wounds. So this is just a friendly reminder from the grandmother moon that I know you're feeling these feelings and I want you to feel them and I understand them. However, don't let it go too blown up where you kind of regret what comes up from it. So yeah, I just want to share that. I want to share that that's what's coming up for you, and to really tune into when that does come up, especially if you're with family and the abandonment moon is with family. A great tip to do to help you transmute this energy is actually to do an inner child meditation. And I actually have one on my YouTube channel too. You can go and check it out. And it's great to do if you're staying over at your family's house and you haven't been there for a while. Doing one in the morning, it's going to just bring more familiarity because you're literally in your household of your inner child. You're around the loved ones that you grew up with. So doing inner child healing can really help the triggers that are coming up. The next thing about this Capricorn New Moon is actually a journal prompt that channeled through. And that is, what are the values your soul is communicating to you right now to be aware and embody in your life? So again, this is a lot of introspection. This is a lot of direct communication with your higher self. Now, it's interesting because a lot of my readings, a lot of the new moons have been talking about your guides and your ancestors, and they're going to be very much there. But the main star of the show, this new moon in Capricorn, is about you. It's about you with you. And it's about you sitting with yourself and you communicating with your higher self. And there's no division, and it's not on a pedestal. It's just yourself at its highest timeline, supporting you on this journey and what they have to say. So this is a great opportunity for you to really tune into that and to feel that medicine that's there. And if you'd like me to do a meditation for the Capricorn New Moon, I know some of you have been requesting it. And I've been doing a lot of other videos that I want to share that will help you with your healing even deeper beyond the moon. But I'm feeling called to do a ceremony for y'all. So if you'd like me to do that, put a little Capricorn, #Capricorn New Moon down below. The more of you share, the more I'm like, okay, we'll do it for you. I want to help y'all out. So yeah, just maybe a guided meditation that can really support you with connecting with your higher self. The last thing that I have to share before we go into the numerology and the card reading is FOMO. During this time of awakening, it's very normal for us to feel alone as we awaken and come back to our highest timeline, because our reality is still adjusting and integrating the new version of us. So just be aware of where you're doing things for other people and not for yourself. Because Capricorn New Moon is about you against you, it's about you with you. It's essentially a time to really focus on self. Really interesting, triggering time, because again, holiday season is all about other people and family. But again, don't forget to really just check in with yourself. Okay, do I intentionally want to go to that gathering? Do I intentionally want to go do this? You know, listening to your boundaries and knowing that you are choosing this path best for you and your community awaits for you on the other side. A lot of the times we forget and we feel like we're alone, and guess what? You're not. And the more that we can allow ourselves, going back to the judgment part, the more that we can let go of the stories and the ways that we're not fully showing up as ourselves and stop hiding. Please stop hiding. It's just exhausting. That we can stop hiding, we can actually then create more space to have the people that are meant to come to our life, that are also waiting for people to connect with and not feel lonely, and find our soul family. And that's really what the ultimate goal is of living in this lifetime, is to connect with our soul family, okay? So now that we have gone through all the things with the Capricorn New Moon, we're now going to go into the numerology meaning. Okay, so Capricorn New Moon, what does it mean for this angel number, and what is the angel number of this new moon in Capricorn that is happening on December 30th, 2024? Now, even though that I'm talking about this angel number specifically is for the 30th, but it still shadows within 3 days before and the 3 days after, which means that even after the 30th, it's still going to affect you with these energies. So when we add up the number of the date, we get 14. Now there's two numbers I always like to do the 14 and add those numbers to solidify it even more. So number 14 represents the 4 means awakening, the 1 means new beginnings. This means that you are going to be stretched thin by your higher self, by your highest element of being, your true self, should you need to help you with this rapid growth of your awakening and what you're meant to do. So this is a number that is really focusing on initiation. That's what 14 means. Number 14 means initiation. So if you're seeing 14, if you're seeing 1s, if you're seeing 4s, this is just a shadow representation of what is happening for this Capricorn New Moon. I want you to ask yourself what's going on during that time. Who are you thinking of? But it's really important. As far as relationships, whether it's intimate relationships or platonic relationships, for those of you who are looking for clarity on this during this new moon, it's really telling you to honor each other, to honor yourself and honor the partnership or the friendship that you have. And what this means is that you are really being asked to balance in your relationship and to look at your own inner work, because when you do that, then you're going to actually help the relationship deeper, which is really profound. This is a time where you can create new habits to help this relationship and your relationship with self. This also reminds us to be in a positive mindset. So again, this new moons are all about manifestation. This specific new moon is focusing on optimism and for us to really trust that our thing is coming. The things what we want. I know what I want and I want it now. Like really focusing on what you want and knowing that you want it now and allowing that to be the energy that it is here now. Because when we start to think that it's not, or we're like, well, it's not here, and and I'm doing all the things. Now, how many times I've shared with people and they're like, Shika, but I'm doing all the things and it's not happening. I'm like, numbers don't lie. Energies don't lie, right? If you're doing all the things, then why are the angel numbers speaking to you this way? If you're doing all the things, then why are you still worried about looking at your bank account, right? So I know I'm triggering right now, but for some of you, but the reason why I'm sharing this is because I'm honestly just saying that this Capricorn New Moon is to help you be more efficient with your energy, to be more flow of your energy. And whatever you're not doing, it's going to show up because it's the shadow of the new moon. The new moon's all about focusing on the parts of us we don't want to look at and creating a new relationship with that, new values, having responsibility of those energies. So then we can step into that Capricorn Big Daddy energy, which is like, yes, I know what I want and I'm going to receive it. And I'm ready for that abundance, baby, because it's coming and it's happening. It's already here, you know? So this is the energy of 14. 14 is also an energy of leadership. For those of you who are feeling called, that have this big dharma, that have this big purpose, you are literally going to be like spirit's like doing some surgery on you and like removing your cloaks, removing all the things that you're hiding. You're like, yeah, no, you don't need that. You don't need that. Don't need that. They're like going through the basement of your soul, and they're saying, okay, you need to get this out. And this is why number 14 is about, you're kind of being stretched thin, right? You're stretching yourself thin. So angel number 14 is focusing on the wisdom to support you to be successful, to be an energetic match of success. You're getting energetic surgery from your guides and guardians, and specifically your higher self is orchestrating it. In the physical, you're just meant to rest. So you may feel a little bit tired 3 days before the day of and 3 days after. That is normal. And you may feel like a lot of things are just happening, maybe things that you can and cannot see. Don't worry about it. But it's a lot around finances and abundance, right? For those of you who are going through these big shifts, you're in a space of scarcity and whatnot, and that's not stable. So it's gonna bring you thin. So it's a very intense new moon for some of us, but remember, I always tell people, because some of my one-on-one clients or my students, they say, Shika, it's gonna be so intense, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you can actually have a very beautiful journey. It can be actually very easy to release and let go and dissolve energy. But where are you resisting something that is for your highest good, that you know and you've agreed to with your soul contract? So it can be quite a gentle journey, not to get too addicted of like, it has to be extreme, it has to be intense, it has to be that. Like, just knowing that you will get what you need and what you need to receive. But the more resistance, it's like more energy being given to what needs to be let go that doesn't have to be. And for some people, that's just the way that they gotta go and do it. But that's up to you, right? So just remembering that is very important. Let's go into the angel number when we conclude them together. So 1 + 4 is 5. 5 is the number of major changes. So again, you're seeing major changes in your careers and relationships. I always tell people who are working on abundance and relationships, they're equal. They mean the same thing. So if you have a block in abundance, most likely you have a block in intimate relationship and intimacy. And if you have a block in intimacy, most likely that block is shown in the shadow of abundance and money. So they're both equal to the same thing, because guess what? They both live in the sacral the area, the stomach, and they both live in the solar plexus. So this is focusing on your personal growth. This is focusing on beginnings. This is focusing on your thoughts. This is focusing on your beliefs and intentions, and really being an energetic match. So once you've done your manifestation, you wrote down all the things, you scripted it, you did the 3-6-9 method, you've done your bath. The next thing you want to do is now stay in that frequency. So notice your thoughts, do the affirmations and be intentional and present with it. Tune into your habits. What is the first thing you do in the morning? What's the last thing you do when you go to bed? How are you present with your meals? Life is the ceremony, right? Living in the energy of what you just wrote down and not waiting for it, because then you're creating a waiting game with your manifestations. This is also a time of independence and adaptability. So again, maybe for some of you, you've been relying a lot on your guides, guardians, and the moon. And during this time of Capricorn New Moon, like I always tell people, is they're there to help us. It's not to take away our power. It's not for us to feel that, oh, well, without them, we can't really do anything. No. That's not how it works, right? That's why I always tell people when I work with clients, when I work with my students, and what this Capricorn New Moon is telling us is that we are just guides. I'm just a flashlight, right? We just kind of help you along. We're not doing it alone, but it would be out of service for us to do it for you. You know what I mean? It's a team effort, right? You are the power of your manifestation. You are the energy that creates it, right? We are there to support, but it's up to you to claim it, not to just know it, but to claim it. And that's what Capricorn New Moon is. A lot of you are knowing your manifestations, but there's a difference of claiming it. And some of you are gonna ask, Shika, how do I claim it? By deciding that I'm gonna be 100% that manifestation and showing up no matter how much that every single day may show up differently. And for me to not have expectations of how it should show up and what ways it should show up, and just know that I'm just running that lap. And I'm not focusing on how tired I am, the other people faster than me, the people watching me. I am just in my game and I'm ready. And I'm in that space of love. I'm in that space of compassion for myself and all my surroundings. Because at the end of the day, we're all on this journey together. Different paths, different ways, different journeys. But Capricorn New Moon just shows you that the more you work on yourself with your higher self coaching you, what's going to happen is you're going to notice your relationship shifting. You're like, wait a minute, that's not triggering me. Like I'm saying, like life-changing things are going to happen with this Capricorn New Moon. Life-changing. The next thing about this angel number 5, how it connects to the Capricorn New Moon, is you're also going to see that there are going to be a lot of lessons through experiences. So maybe you're going to talk to someone and they're going to be like an earth angel for you that's going to receive a message that is related to what you need to get from this Capricorn New Moon. And if you really don't get it, maybe your higher self will send you an angel number of 14 or 555 or 5, just to confirm with you, hey, like, listen to this and like make note of this, because this is very important for your healing and your manifestations that you're calling in. The last thing is, a lot of people find 555 can be a quite emotional and over intense restlessness as well when it's imbalanced. So if you see the number 5, 555, 55, notice if you're restless. Are you feeling restless to get the money? Are you feeling restless to get change or to step into your purpose? One of the biggest things I learned from one of my mentors is that you can never make a decision and you can never be in a space of urgency. Because when you're in a space of urgency, you react with reaction and you're actually not very clear-minded or clear in your energy channels. So if you are in a space where something does erupt, like the abandonment moon comes up, allow yourself to be in a neutral space, allow yourself to sit with that and understand it. And when the time comes and knocks in your inner door of your heart, then you're able to step into the manifestations that you're calling in for the Capricorn New Moon. Right? So remember, it's a balance of change. And with change means we're kind of in this tornado of clearing and releasing and manifesting, right? When we call for something big, Spirit's going to show you down, right? If you want to go up from here, they're going to show you down, which means that if you call in something and it's going to be a higher energy than what you're currently presently sitting with right now in this video, well, guess what? Spirit's going to be like, hey, well, this is where you're at, and look down so you know you don't want that anymore. Because when you're calling it in, that's why it's so important for scripting to be specific, right? So let me know down below, what is a trigger that's coming up for you around abundance and money? What is a trigger that's coming up for you when you sit with change? What happens? What are your tendencies that come up when you change? Comment down below so we can all connect and support each other and help each other on this journey. Okay, now that we got into the angel numbers, I want you to let me know as well if there's anything specific that really connected with you. I'll quickly talk about the plant medicines to work with your ritual. I've already shared all of them with you throughout this. Rose, which is amazing for the heart, forgiveness, and bringing light into the body to really show you what you need to see within your shadows. Frankincense resin, which is amazing to work with just allowing you to smudge and cleanse. And it also helps you clear any energies that are no longer serving you. It helps with prosperity, and it clears any energy that's being thrown at you, negative, evil eye energy, and allows you to clear that completely. There's also myrrh, which is very powerful. It's actually one of my most powerful resins. I have like a little small bottle like this, and I've had it for months. It's been almost a year, and I haven't gone through it because it's so potent. And it's also a resin, and it's really beautiful working with frankincense as well. I will say they're very potent, so just be aware. And myrrh is really, really great for clearing, again, negative energy. So as we start to ascend, our old habits can come in, our old inner shadows, and these cleansing tools can be supportive to help the process go smoother. The second thing too is as we call in the manifestation, these herbs, these resins can allow us to be in the frequency and receive the medicine of prosperity, to receive the medicine of positive mind, positive thought, and allow ourselves to eliminate any lower frequencies and negative thoughts that might be within our consciousness. So let me know down below, have you ever experienced frankincense? Have you ever experienced myrrh? Have you ever experienced rose or worked with it before? And if you are interested in working deeper with rose and resonate with it, I highly suggest you checking out Queen Rose, which is a beautiful community and mentorship, lifetime mentorship for women on their spiritual journey. You can go check it out on my website. Okay, let's go into the reading. I'm so excited for the reading with you all. And as we do the reading, I'm just gonna get some herbs going. Let's get some herbs going because my myrrh is burning. What I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do our reading for our Capricorn New Moon. For those of you who are new, what I like to ask you to do is just to take some 3 breaths into your heart and tuning into what you need some clarity on in your life. And for those of you who are in this space, and if you've made it to the reading, I just invite you to put the green heart emoji in the comment section, just to bring your energy into the space and to receive what you need. Okay, so just taking a deep breath in. Exhaling out. Deep breath in. Exhaling out. Deep breath in. Exhaling out. Okay, so I'm going to say this right off the bat. The moment I closed my eyes, what I saw was this, what do you call it? Little gnome. Almost like, you know, when they say at the end of a rainbow, you will find the gold. And they say rainbows represent hope. And at the end of the rainbow, you find your hope. So if you keep the hope going, and if you keep showing up, claiming what you want, Capricorn New Moon is going to give you what you need. And as I followed the end of the rainbow with this gnome that brought me on this journey and brought us on this journey, they're asking you to open the chest. Open the chest. And I see you kind of standing there being like, is this for me? Am I supposed to open the chest? And they're kind of getting frustrated with you because they're like, yes, you called this in. This is for you. So one of the things that are coming up as I connect with the energy of the gnome is that when we haven't received something in our soul for a long time, it feels like new energy, and we actually accidentally start rejecting what we're calling in. So I invite you to be curious with the new things and the things that are shifting as your soul is being kind of like stripped away by your higher self and these beings and gnomes and fairies and light beings that are helping you, because it's going to really allow you to help the process and there will be less resistance. And to ask yourself, why are you so scared of opening the chest and what you called in, right? Maybe right now it's coming up for you. And if it does, let me know in the comments, what is the fear that's coming up for you at this time? And now it's making sense because I pulled out the card. So the first card that we have is regeneration. This regeneration card I really love. As you can see, there's a lava at the end of it and there's a tree. And what this card means is basically there's something old that maybe an old dream that you've had for a long time for some of you, and you're finally getting it now. And I know a lot of you have probably done manifestation methods before, but Spirit almost said that, you know, like the gnome unlocking it, like you needed to keep on bringing this hope. You needed to keep showing up in order for you to get to this point of opening it. And now that it's finally getting close and there's a lot of things changing, you're kind of getting a little scared. Remember, fear is what rejects the manifestation. For when that comes up, I just want you to just call in your higher self for support. Regeneration also says that you are now finally ready to receive this abundance, this business shift, this career shift, and this relationship shift. TikTok. So again, this is probably why when I saw the gnome, he was quite urgent. And I also want to share that TikTok, this number is 3, so 30, and it's showing me the energy of angels and archangel energy, master energy. And it's just saying that right now, the master archetypes and guardians are kind of doing some really fast work on you. And that's why you may feel like you're being pulled thin, but just know again that your soul is ready for this. TikTok is also saying that you don't have time to procrastinate. You don't have time to worry about it. There's a bigger plan that is here. You also say go the distance. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. So this one I love, and it's funny because I use the analogy of the race, remember? And now that we're seeing go the distance. And we see the cheetah, and the cheetah or the cat feline medicine is usually power and protection. So it's telling you to step into your power, trust that you will be protected when you do receive, and when you start to allow yourself to receive what you know you came here to explain and to really get. I also see the number 47 on this card, and 47 with 4 is the awakening. 7 is the master number. So it's like you're finally mastering something that makes you ready for that regeneration card, which is allowing you to receive what you need to receive, okay? Now let's bring in another layer of this card from your higher self. One of the cards is upside down. So this is a really, I love how you all are so open. So the cards are coming in so quickly. Like, I love that. I love that you're doing that for yourself. You're learning, you're doing the thing. So we got upside down, full moon. So this is interesting because right now we're in new moon. And this card is basically saying that we're in an opposite season right now. So knowing is actually your inner knowing. So instead of going to the moon for your knowing and your clarity, you're actually going inwards for this. There's a deep knowing in your soul that you're going to receive. And just right now, you're probably already starting to feel it wiggle within you. There's the message in the bottle. And this card is basically saying that right now you're going to get a big message from, like, again, an angel number, a guide. Something's going to come up that's going to bring you some clarity. Just want to make sure you can see it. Some clarity, and it's going to really help you out with what you're trying to look for here. Okay. The next card we have is happy, and I love this card. I just want to let you see the energy of this card first. So she is so happy, and she's sitting on an egg. The egg represents cosmic in the world. So you're literally sitting on top of the world, and there's no better time for you to create your dreams right now. And especially fixed signs, like, you've been waiting for this a long time. If you have been going through a spiritual awakening or been doing the work for the past 5-6 years or even longer, the next few years is a huge harvest time for a lot of you that have been doing the work. And for those of you who are healers and space holders or light workers, and you're finding that through this awakening, and now is the time. You got to stop hiding. I know that it's scary to completely shift your career and shift it, because I did it myself. And just know that there's a whole soul family that's supporting you, and that we need these earth warriors, and you signed up for it. You know, I always say some people just came back to this life. For a lot of you, you volunteered. And you volunteered knowing the contract and what needed to do. So stop resisting what your soul came here to do. And for those of you who feel this call and you know, you're like, Shika, okay, I'm done. I'm tired of this resisting. I'm ready. Go check out my Earth Dharma program and training. It is a beautiful program for healers to step into their gifts and to be of support of community, learning about inner child, Reiki, past life regression, altars, working with the elements and the earth, finding out your purpose, teaching you how to create a conscious space to be able to be supported by your gifts abundantly, but then also to help the collective. So if you're interested in that, go down below and comment hashtag Earth Dharma Training Ready, and I will send you the link for you to apply. But yeah, check it out on my website. Okay, next thing, let's see what the ancestors have to share. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to stick with this deck, because this deck is telling me that we're really focusing on your higher self supporting you. So we're going to do one more layer of cards, and I think we're going to be done. We'll see what the cards say, of course. So just breathing. I just want you to take a deep breath. We're going to do this final space. We got a lot of cards here. I always laugh when I see the cards like really flowing. I'm like, we're doing good, y'all. We're doing good. Okay, so you have trust, truth be told. So what did I say earlier? And we got an owl. You got the owl spirit twice, which is wisdom and knowledge. And if some of you connect or work with the owl spirit, this is a confirmation that you need to listen up, okay? Take off the mask. You saw the mask on that card, did you? Take off the mask. Now is the time to take off the mask and open your heart. For those of you that are feeling the abandonment wound, this is going to be a really big message, and I just want you to listen, let it sit. You'll understand it in a soul level, if you receive it, great. But I just want to share this because I feel like it might be a little bit out of a thing. This card won 4, and it's 14. It's the number 14. Did you see that? Did you see that? 14, like right there, number 14. So this is the main card that actually brings everything together. And what it's saying is essentially, your abandonment wound is actually a mirror of you abandoning yourself. Well, that's it. If someone told me this 10 years ago, I would be like, what are you talking about? But now I can fully receive that. What that means is when we get to the depths behind our wounds and we go deeper into our traumas and our pains and our fragments of our soul, we understand that you are me and I am you, right? So what that means is whoever abandons us, hurt people. And in turn, there's a part of our soul that has felt abandoned, that has felt that sense of abandon, not only from others, but has chosen also maybe a contract to abandon something of you. It could be your gifts, it could be your power, it could be your voice, it could be your creativity, it could be your safety, it could be your insight and your knowledge, it could be anything, your connection to the unknown and the dimensions and your guides, guardians, God, whatever you connect with. That's what it means. And it's saying that here, you gotta see that it's the abandonment wound is with self. So looking at what are you abandoning from yourself? What are you walking away from within self? Capricorn New Moon says that is your biggest gift right now for you to step into and to love and with compassion during this new moon, to create practices to help that. So then you can dissolve the mask and see who you are. I told you guys, I told y'all, and especially my students and clients and my community here, y'all, you know, stop complaining and saying that you're seeing the signs. Do something about it and stop hiding. Because if you hide, that means you're hiding who you are and your purpose too. And that's exhausting. That is what's burning you out. This brings me to the next card of Yang. So this is a masculine card. It's saying that you would literally in your hand, you have the magic ball of the Yang, Yin and Yang. What it's telling you now is like you have everything that you need to take the next steps to move forward. And now is the time to take action. So probably after the new moon, the shadow of the new moon in Capricorn, you're being asked to take action in what you're meant to do and to listen to those actions right now. Okay? To the sea. I love this card. And it's just basically saying that you have no choice but to surrender. You're on the high rock. You're on the high road now. You're ready to go into this journey. And don't be scared. Your guides are supporting you and you are so loved. Water is also the sign of emotion. You can also see that the water is very calm. So it's saying that when you are slowing down, you can allow yourself to sit and reflect and to take the action that you need from the Yang card. Building blocks. So this card is just saying that you're building a whole new home, a whole new version of you, a whole new essence of who you are. And with that, you're also building a new community. You're building new relationships and you're building a new life. And this is why number 14 is stretching you thin. This is why change is needed, is because you can't continue to use the old blocks you had from your old life to create this life. It's a completely different energy. It's going to make you small, if anything, to hold on to these old blocks. So let that sink in. Come to the edge. So this card says, if you are scared of something, do it, because right now, if there's any time to do it, now is the time. Your fear that is happening for the temporary version of your current self right now, you're gonna thank this in your future self. Your future self's gonna be like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for telling me to take the leap. And this card is number 36. So we have the number 9 when we add it together. And what that really means is like, you take the leap, you end the suffering. You take the leap, you end the guessing game. You take the leap, you stop the resistance, the lack, scarcity, everything. Like, it's only up from here. What you let go, you're gonna get even better tenfold. And it's something that, again, your soul hasn't reached for a long time, maybe lifetimes. But now you're in a space to do it. And I can't share that right now. I can't stop sharing. I mean, right now, the collective is in such a great space for this Capricorn New Moon for us to rise. It's a time of Aquarius right now. It's a time for us to create. It's a time to create a new system with the earth, a new template. And what that means is that whatever old ways and this new wording that we used to say, and this is actually the first time I've channeled this, but it's coming in because we're ready. What this means is we're moving from ancestral healing and being the first of your ancestors to being the evolved ancestor, to being the ascension of your ancestors. That's a whole other level, right? We have surpassed healing the template and meeting what is healed beyond that. Now we're getting to a point where it's like we're creating and going into ourselves, into our blueprint, into our light body, and upgrading the DNA ourselves. And this is why I said Capricorn New Moon is about you and you. together or you and you against yourself, and to look at that with love and to see what you need to learn. How do you feel against yourself, right? So this card reading is fire, y'all. Like, I have no other words. I'm so grateful that you were able to come and join me, and we got to do this reading together. And I want you to share down below, what is your biggest takeaway from that reading? What is something that is going to support you for this new moon in Capricorn to really help you end this year with you stepping into the biggest life change yet? And it's just gonna get higher and higher and higher from there. And I'm so excited for you. And again, if you would like me to do a meditation, let me know down below with, yes, Chica, I'd love to do a Capricorn meditation. So I haven't done one in a while. But I feel good to do one for this one, because I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be a really good one for all of us. And I'd love to do a ceremony or just something with you to celebrate, you know? And I also wanna just share thank you. Thank you for being part of this channel and this family. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for just being here and being you. I am so grateful for this YouTube channel, and this is my last reading, moon reading of the year. And as I sit here, reflect on all the things, I have this immense love and unconditional love for every single one of your comments, your likes, your cheering, your messages, your emails, our sessions together, the retreats we've had, trainings, and there's more to come, and I'm so excited for it. So if you love this energy and being part of this community and family, and you've made it this far, so you definitely have, don't forget to like and subscribe and put notification bells so you do not miss a video, but you can also be part of the fam. I also want to share with you that there's some exciting things coming in the new year, so please add yourself to the email list and also stay connected. And for those of you who are healers, who know all your life you were a light worker, you're a healer, you are here to help the collective, I highly suggest you going and applying for the Earth Dharma program. It is a lifetime training mentorship where you get to be supported by me. And I've been doing this for over 8+ years. I've helped hundreds of souls in one-on-ones, retreats, and healings. And now's the time for us to get into our warrior work and to really help our collective. So this is a space where you're gonna heal yourself, you're gonna learn how to heal others, you're gonna learn inner child, past life regression, altars, elements, working with nature, and being part of a community that will support you through your lifetime. And for those of you who feel called as a woman, as feminine, to heal, and you are on your spiritual awakening feeling alone and wanting that support beyond your words, that you're tired of having a space where you've been doing this by yourself and you're ready to heal, learn about the plants, learn how to heal the womb, and learn that your womb is one of the most powerful chakras and centers of your being to help change your life forever. Go and check out the Queen Rose Lifetime Mentorship and Community. You can go and apply down below, as well as my one-on-ones and plant medicine retreats that I host all across the world to help and support others to heal with the plants and the allies. Okay, I'm sending you so much love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put notification bells, and have a beautiful Capricorn new moon. Bye.